Hello and welcome to Amazing Botswana. My name is Janaina and today I have a very special guest and his name is Kane Motswana and he is an incredible guide and he has so much to share with you guys. I can't even think about how much information and interesting stuff we are going to talk about. Kani he owns sand and nature safaris, and so welcome. And Kani, thank you so much for being here, for sharing your story with us. I mean, you have so much so much information about, first of all, your life and your culture and your involvement with safaris, and I mean, I don't know where to start. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, thank you, Janaina, and thank you for audience for watching us and listening to us.
Yeah.
And this is a great opportunity, and so that we can able to educate the world, to able to teach them the secret behind scenes,
That's it.
because everything that the audience are seeing, the fine stuff which are more brushed out for them. Let me teach you what the bush offers and my experience, because I'm coming from a raw experience. My parents are hunter-gatherers. There are San groups,
Yes.
a group called Bukakwe.
Mm-hmm.
And I was born in a village called Gudigwa on the north panhandle of the Okavango Delta.
Wow, what a beautiful
So
area.
that's where I was born. Born as a nomadic child until 1986 when we had our permanent home. So before, at the age of 6, that's when my parents became more static.
Yeah.
Before that, they were like all over.
All over.
They were like all over, and yeah.
And mainly walking, or using also donkeys or
No.
horses. No.
We were poor nomadic hunters. We didn't have anything. My parents, they did not have a donkey. They did not have vehicles. They did not have guns. Everything was raw.
Wow.
The only person who brought change into my culture is me. So I destroyed the culture due to the changes what we are. Like the country is changing.
Yeah.
There's more population grows. There we are interacting and intermarrying,
Yeah.
marrying other people.
Yeah.
We are mixing with other tribes. So of course things were not going to be the same as
Yeah.
they used to be. So no, I have to go to school. I went to school to able to learn English, to able to learn Setswana,
Yeah.
to communicate with people like you.
Yes.
So that's the other benefit. But other than that, all the changes actually were brought by me in the village, in my family.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is your parents still there, or they?
My mom's still alive.
Yes.
Unfortunately, my father is no longer.
Yes.
And you know what? It's hard to explain to you who is my father. I mean, who is my mother. Sorry, we can start again. Some of that. I'm trying to say is that it's hard to explain how wild my mom is.
Yes.
My mom lived that nomadic life.
Yeah.
Is
How old is she now?
88.
Wow.
And she's super strong.
Wow.
Even at
Maybe
this
one
age.
day, if I drive that side, I
Yeah.
would love to meet her.
She is very strong. She walks. She goes to the bush to collect wild fruits, and she hates a house. And we built her a nice house, and she never stays there. She always away.
She just want to go out and
Yeah,
then.
that's the kind of lifestyle
Yes.
she's lived for her entire life. She's been to Maun once to come and see my son when he
Wow.
was born. And she didn't enjoy Maun because she felt like she was inside a closet. And we have to take her back. So she's still wild. She doesn't understand what I do. And she just laughs, and as long as we are surviving, And
Yeah.
she knows that I work in the safari company. She
Yeah.
knows that I take people, white people around to show them animals and all that.
Yes,
And she
exactly,
doesn't
yeah.
know what's fascinating about that.
I know. I think that if we all had the knowledge to live purely with nature, like you guys know how to do it,
Yeah.
we will have a much more peaceful relationship with nature. We will not be scared of walking. We will know what to eat,
Yeah.
how to hunt. And I think the problem in the world is that because we don't know how to go out there and survive in nature, we struggle and we have to live in our little cages.
It's true. It's so sad
It is.
how people claim to know nature
Yeah.
while they don't know.
Yeah.
You either choose to love nature by like what you're seeing, the beauty of nature is always beautiful, and people tend to love nature and they think they know nature.
Yeah.
It's beyond that to be able to understand nature. You have to have a connection.
Yeah.
You have to have a connection. You only get connection when you have lived in nature for so long.
It's true.
You have to have ancestral spirits or ancestral connection with nature, a direct way where nature can speak to you. You should have to know all the changes that's happening through nature. You have to appreciate every moment, whether it's the day where you see more animals or you don't see more animals.
Yeah.
You have to appreciate where it's very dry or it's very green this time. We just talked about some like that green, like a high season. Oh,
Yeah.
it's a high season and this is the best time of going. Then you don't have the love for nature.
Exactly.
The time when the animals are starving, nature is getting drier and less water, surface water, and we call people that's the best
Yeah,
time of traveling,
exactly.
because we only have that love of just seeing animals.
Yeah.
We don't have beyond that, where we can appreciate that when nature is still green,
Yeah.
when there's more flowers,
Yes.
when animals can drink water,
Yeah,
then that means life.
Exactly. I totally agree, and I was telling you that it was hard for me to speak about what is the best season to come on a safari, because this is the best season now. Look at how green it is.
Same as at your home.
Yeah, that's it.
If you have more food
Yeah.
in your home, that's your
it.
best moment. If you have
Exactly
more
right.
business, that's your best
Yeah,
moment. You don't want to
yeah.
talk about the time where
Yes.
you are starving
Yes.
and you say that is your best season. No.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I totally agree. So, guys, for you to really experience nature here and learn what it's all about, I mean, you first of all, and I keep on telling people, you need a good guide, because that is so important. And can you tell me? I mean, you have obviously you decided. I mean, going back to your story. And then you went to school and everything, but then you got involved. You wanted to be a guide, and then you got involved in the safari industry, working lodges. I mean, and then you really got involved in this industry, but with your background. So it was like very, very good, and that made you like an incredible guide.
Yes, my history, the way I was raised, the encounters I had with animals, the challenges I've seen
Yeah,
on the ground of not having to eat,
yeah,
able to find your food, able to appreciate the little I get out of it, you know. So all those things taught me what's guiding,
yeah,
you know, tracking where you track and you lose tracks, and you have to start again. Where did I mess up? Tracking where you become more successful,
yeah,
and it becomes more learning things. Oh no, next time I have to do better,
yeah,
you know, and appreciate to share your knowledge to the next person. Where like growing up and being as a safari, I've trained lots of guides as well.
Yeah.
I've mentored lots of guides where you teach them, because this knowledge, if you don't pass it on to the next person, it dies.
yeah,
So I'm still happy to do that.
Yeah.
Where I mentor a lot of guides to do it in the right way. Guiding is a unique thing. It's an art. It is an art where everything has to be put together perfectly.
Yeah.
It is an experience. A lot of it, you have done it so many times. You have seen encounters and animal charging to you
Yeah.
in a different ways,
Yeah.
and you able to gain confidence on that, how to
Exactly.
stop that charging animal.
Because actually that is a good. Do you have any interesting encounters with, let's say, cats that you obviously?
Everything wanted to kill me in my life. Everything. You know, I fell from a tree.
Yeah.
The snake wanted to kill me. I played with scorpions.
Yeah.
From my childhood, I did not have any toys. As
Yes.
a bushman child, we have to dig out for
Yeah.
scorpions.
Yes.
We didn't care whether scorpion is dangerous or not. Some
Yeah.
of those parabutas more dangerous when we used to dig them, and we had like a scorpion fight.
Yeah.
You know, where I had like 10 scorpions, most dangerous ones. So then my friends would dig out for scorpion. We get bitten and we got immune to it.
Yeah.
We get the pains and
I've
numb
got.
yeah.
I was stung once in 2011 for a parabutus
Yeah.
in the Mankarikari.
Yeah, so I'm used to it.
It's amazing how I started respecting like them so much more. Like I have respect for them because I know what that poison is all about.
Yes.
It's like you're like, wow, I know you guys. I mean, you guys can, you those experiences you appreciate and you respect it, and you know where your
Boundaries are.
yeah, it's incredible. I mean, you must have some phenomenal
Definitely,
experiences.
yeah, definitely. Seeing my parents hunting with spears,
Yeah.
setting up traps,
Yeah.
getting water, digging out for certain plants, some tubers to dig water.
Yeah.
I've seen my parents keeping water on ostrich eggshell. In the rainy season, they keep going and they're collecting those ostrich eggshells, making holes, putting water, saving water into different locations. And these are the water we're drinking in the dry season.
Yeah.
All those techniques. And when we get sick and we have a cut on a wound,
Yeah.
what plants we can mix to
Knowledge of the
Yeah, all
trees
that.
and the
Yes.
plants and everything. I mean, everything natural,
Yes.
using from nature.
Then I became a safari guide. But first I became a manager. When I was growing up, I thought maybe to go and work in the bush was something.
Yeah.
It wasn't special to me because
Yeah.
after school I'll go back to the village where I'm still going to see my parents out in the bush. So it wasn't
Yeah.
exciting to me. It was in my daily life.
Yeah.
So I wanted to go be a lawyer or a teacher or a soldier somewhere. Then one day I decided to visit my cousins in the camp.
Yeah.
I think it was Vumbra camp. That's when I went there and I saw a lifestyle unique. The guys were driving some Land Rovers and safari cars, and they were eating nice food. They don't have to
Yeah.
hunt and all
Exactly,
that.
right.
They were dressing up. I thought,
Yeah.
wow, this is a good lifestyle, man.
Yeah, for a change.
Maybe this is a good lifestyle. That eventually changed me. So there was a localization post that came for management for the concession. So they need to train locals
Yeah.
to run the camps, and I applied for the post to be trained as like a trainee manager.
Yes.
I got called, I qualified, I went for training, and I became a qualified manager after 2 years of a proper training. That was like the time where companies were offering the best kind of training. So then I became a manager. I first became a relief manager, so I bounced into different camps, premier camps, classic camps,
Yeah.
all that. So I knew every guest in the premier camps, what kind of guests you should expect.
Yeah.
In the classic camps, what kind of guests you can expect. Then at the same time, I was doing my guiding too, because somehow I did enjoy,
You knew that management was good, but it was not what you actually wanted
Yes,
to do.
it became a short-term thing, and then I become fed up of counting number of cans and number of beers. So it wasn't exciting.
Exactly.
Around the table, when the guys come back from game drive,
Yeah.
they tell the guys, "Oh wow, we saw amazing stuff! Lion hunts and wild dogs, the hyenas were fighting. It was a
Yeah.
beautiful head of buffalo or elephants crossing. All those exciting stories to hear.
Yeah.
And you know what? You just have to save a starter and a dessert and that. It's not something what the bushman can do.
No, you had so much more to share.
Yeah, so I went and wrote my guidelines and I went to my instructor and I said to him, I want to leave management and join guiding. And the guys were saying that they told me that you are a brilliant guide. You're so far. You've been doing very well with your exams. I passed my rifle handling and shooting before I even had my guide license and all that. So and I joined guides when they were doing level 1 and level 2.
Yeah.
Because the camp which I was managing, so they did all the trainings there. So I have to go for a free course all the time.
Yeah.
When they did first aid courses, I was there. Level 1, level 2 theory course, I was there. When they did walking qualification, I was there. When they were shooting, I was there. So it was like a free, proper lesson. And I went and wrote my guidelines. First time I passed. And when they started doing practical, I was doing with the guys, and I came to them. I think, I want to move out and join guiding. And my instructor said to me, you know what? You're coming from management position to guiding. That you'll be downgrading yourself. And I said, I'm more happy. I'm happy to do that. I'm happy. We're also going to deduct your salary. That's what they told me. I said, no. Feel free to deduct salary.
Yeah.
I'd rather be happy than
Exactly.
So and I know that with guiding, if I make guests happy, someone is going to look into my eyes and tell me, well done, thank you for making our trip.
So it's beautiful.
Thank you for showing us. I don't want to fight for to compete for who was the best manager or something like that. And sometimes the person who the company thinks who was the best manager, he didn't do anything. When the guests were there, it was lots of favoritism. But I thought guiding is straight. You get your results from the person whom you gave service to. And
exactly.
And I went and I did. I left management. I went to guiding. The day I started guiding, you know what they did? Because they gave me. I still remember that day when they made the biggest mistake in their life.
Oh no.
There was extra guest in camp, so they gave me a car to guide this guest, and they gave me an old vehicle. The vehicle which the radio doesn't work.
So things could go wrong.
Yes, things can go wrong. It's my first proper game drive guest.
They shouldn't have done that.
And though I had lots of information, it's very challenging. The radio is not working. It's an old car, and that somehow if I get lost or so, somehow I have to call other guys to help me. I'm starting this rubbish. So
you have to walk back?
Yes, I'm getting traumatized. All the planning and all that. I'm thinking anything can. But we started. I was I have the heart of a lion. I thought about it and I think, I'm going to do it. If this is a challenge, I'm going to do it. You know what? And the one thing that boosted me, we are different. I am a bushman. I am Sam. When I go out in the bush, I get guidance.
Yes.
I get guidance.
How beautiful is that?
This is how I was day one. I was different from those guides because we're talking about connection.
Yeah.
Someone trying to downplay with the material things of giving you an old car, but you have an ancestral spirit to guide you. This is where we are different. To teach them who I am. So I went. First, a kilometer, I was trying to follow those guys. And I said, no, man, I'm not following them. Let me take my route. This boldness, I think I'm taking my route. Took my route. That whole 3 days, everyone was looking for a leopard.
Yeah.
They were looking for leopard. No, but the guests were fighting, and the following day they have to leave. They were looking for leopards. No one has seen leopards. Different route. On the corner, I went. I had some squirrels chipping, making alarm calls. I checked. There was a leopard, a female leopard with a calf.
Oh.
When I killed.
Oh my goodness.
on an impala kill. Beautiful light. I got too close to them. They were feeding. The cub was playing with the mother. It was excellent, you know. Tried to call them. The radio
was not working.
Yeah?
Oh, that's hilarious.
I can tell even my guests that, you see, I'm trying to call everyone.
Yeah.
This radio is not working.
Yeah.
And they say, yeah, we are your witness.
Yeah. It was meant to be your moment, not theirs.
Yes. So the radio wasn't working. And we enjoyed our sighting.
That is incredible.
And in the evening, we left. The carcass was still on the ground. I went and I told the guides that there was a leopard, and my guests were showing everyone the pictures.
Yeah.
The guys was, whoa, wow, that's beautiful. Tomorrow we must go there.
Yeah.
You know, that night the hyena came and took the carcass away. The leopards left, or we all went there. The leopards weren't there. The hyena took the kill away, and that was the day they gave me a proper vehicle with the radio, the thing black, you know.
Too late.
Yeah, it changed their mindsets that you know
Yeah.
what, in nature you don't want to play with someone who has a connection.
Yeah.
It was to show them that my ancestors, my spirits were welcoming me. That was specific for me and my guests. It wasn't for them.
How incredible. Huh?
And it was to change them that, you know what, we have to work equally in the bush,
Yeah.
where you depend into someone's, you have to involve someone in.
Yeah.
You need someone in the bush.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be like, oh, I've been a guide for so long, I have to be given a better car. Let's get everything that works
Yes.
in the bush.
Yeah.
So that day
That
I
is
had a good car.
incredible. Yeah.
I got the trust.
Yes.
Everyone respected me that I'm a
That's
guide.
it. You got everything. Respect. Yeah.
Yeah,
Trust.
I made my name right there.
That's it.
And I excelled from that day until today.
Incredible.
That no one to catch me,
Yeah.
because I'm back to the world which I belong.
That's it.
Though, because I'm not working with love, I have a connection.
Yeah. So you did years of working for, you know, in the lodges and getting all that experience.
22 years as we speak today, guiding. 22 years.
22 years. Wow. How friendly.
Yeah.
And
No,
then- and
today
then you-
24 yeah,
And then you decided one day, 2 years ago, that it's time for me to do my own guiding now. I'm gonna be my own boss, and I'm gonna show these people out there, the clients out there, what is a safari is all about, right?
Yeah. Before I can get it, let me just go through. Like, I went and worked different companies, different styles of
Yes.
safaris, where fancy,
Yes.
those premier levels where
Yes.
you have to pour a gin and tonic whether fly or not. I don't know
Yeah.
why it's so crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to be like serving those beautiful starters. I used to fight with the chefs. You are coming late from camp, you know. You should be here. We're having an overcooked vegetables.
Oh my.
The guests are not here for overcooked breakfast. If I mess up as the guide,
Yes.
everything the guests are not going to enjoy. They're not going to enjoy your food. They're not going to enjoy your service.
Exactly. They're here to see wildlife
Yes.
first.
I'm the main person. Let
Yeah.
me blow them off. Then, even though you cook rubbish food, they will really appreciate.
Yeah.
So this is what I used to have the biggest fight with the chefs and the
Yes.
managers. And eventually I started realizing that these people are missing something.
Yes.
They are becoming too much into the business
Yes.
of like service.
Yeah.
And they're forgetting what a safari experience is.
Guys, this is very important
Yeah.
because people come here, they know it's expensive,
Yeah.
the lodges and
Yeah.
everything, but they don't know the pressure behind the scenes
Yes.
of management, getting your food, the guy, pressure on the guy that is trying to show you a lion while the chef is like, where are you? My food is getting cold or whatever. So there is so much going on that people don't realize that is stressful actually. It's
Yeah.
supposed to be relaxed, beautiful, but it becomes stressful especially for people, you know, working behind the scenes, and it's not how it's supposed to be.
No, it's definitely it's not supposed to be. I guide for experience. You know, I give experience people.
Yes.
I want them to walk away with an amazing experience.
Yes.
Then when I've had given the guests the best service experience out there, nice walks, nice game drive, great tracking, able to read every single
Yes.
pieces on tracking.
Yeah.
So we track with the guests together, you know, for them to have a connection, to understand the science of nature.
Yeah.
Once we have warmed that part, we come to the camp and you guys can do magic.
Yeah.
The chef can dig out a leg of lamb
Exactly
in a hole.
right.
Yeah? The guy can make a nice, like a gin and tonic, or maybe
Yeah.
pour a beautiful cocktail.
Yeah.
Once I've made that, you
Yes,
can do that.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
And yeah.
But
So
priority number one is to look for wildlife. That is to learn about nature, to learn about the bush. That's the priority
Yes.
number one.
yeah, so I've had my moments, and I was still missing out that bushman way of enjoying the bush,
Yeah.
that rawness of the bush, of feeling the earth, communicating with the bush. I wasn't getting that in the camps,
Yeah.
you know. And I'm a man of, I want to do my ideas, I want to do my way,
Yes.
you know. I don't want to be told like, you know. And I achieved all in camps. The camps I've worked, they became the best in trip advisors. They, you know, the occupancy of those camps becomes like so high. The
Yes.
companies were making more money. What is next for me?
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to be staying, being patted on the shoulder. God, you are a great guy. You know, I've heard that so for years and years, being patted on the shoulder, you're a great guy. That's when I decided I want to go and do my own
Yeah.
brand. The brand that speaks with nature. That the brand that communicates with nature and respect people as well.
Yes.
The brand, you know, if you talk about you know, like coexistence, you know, you talk about things living together.
Yes.
You talk about humans and
Yes.
wildlife, or you talk about sand and people. There's no other tribe better situated, better lived in the bush land like us, the sand. So I wanted to go out and showcase my knowledge.
And that's when the sun and nature
yes,
started.
connection,
Beautiful.
existence of the two, respect of the two. But at the same time, you know, I wanted to do more for my people.
Yeah.
You know, I want to see myself send kids from the profit I've made from sand and nature to go and do a degree into conservation, to do a degree into doctorate and something like that, so that tomorrow they look after this environment.
That's
I don't
it.
want
Very
my
important,
people
yeah.
to be looked at with donation money.
Yes.
You know, I don't
Yes.
want my people to be looked
Yes,
after.
because I mean, we could just briefly maybe go through. I don't know if you want to,
Yeah.
but that you know, the challenges of you correct me, but the challenges of government changing where the Sand people can hunt, where they can't hunt, and then you know, in the Central Kalahari also a lot of issues that pushing the Sand people away of the natural way of living, to change that, and that's also put I think the culture into a little bit of a situation as well. And so it's important what you're saying, because it's not about donating. This is not about donating. It's about them to make. That's why
Cope
through,
with the change.
through tourism,
Yeah.
they can actually. That's why tourism is so good, and tourism itself, it helps conservation because it's helping people getting involved and then, you know, like transforming that land and keeping those areas focused for wildlife and nature. So if they all get involved with that, and then it's more pressure to keep it like this, because we you know, we are involved in tourism, we are guides, it's more sustainable as well.
Yeah, it is. You know, if we want conservation to do well, to succeed, we need to involve communities
Yes,
that live around conservation.
that's it.
Those who live around nature, those people who have lived with those animals
Yes.
for that song. If they have a way of direct benefit, then they will look after the animals. They will look after nature. They will have ownership of the area.
Yeah.
I am a true example that I'm going back and I'm benefiting from nature where I grew up doing that. You know, I will have a full love of nature because I have the benefit from that.
Yeah.
My company is all around nature.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I can do more for my people.
Yes.
My people will appreciate, my Sand tribe will appreciate me giving them something other than someone from different world to come and give them something.
I totally agree.
You know,
Yeah.
because I am their son.
Yes.
And I know what they need.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I'm not going to fake them by giving them a pencil when I think the pencil is not the main solution.
Yeah.
I'll give them more than what they need. If there's a neighbor in the village who his children did not go to school, but one of the younger children is doing well and don't have money or so to buy uniforms,
Yes.
I want to jump in and buy those uniforms for that family.
Yes.
I want to stand to help my people to
Yes,
be the
that's
voice
beautiful.
of the sun.
Yeah.
This is where we're saying that I don't want to see people giving T-shirts to the Sand people. And then they run, we give the Sand a T-shirt, we give them like a small tour to
Yeah.
schools to see. Man. Everyone is doing that.
Yeah.
It's becoming a marketing brand.
Yes.
It's
It
actually
is.
so.
It is. It is.
It's becoming. I'm not trying to like
No,
big
I-
mouth.
No, but I understand because you know the people, you are the people, and you are doing an amazing job of, you know, directly helping them.
Yeah.
So it's incredible.
And at the same time, you know, doing it the right way.
The right way.
You know, tracking, paying them well.
Yes.
They're paying them well.
So if you talking about, so can you also, when you do your tracking on your safaris, you know, when the people book with you, can you take them to those villages and then do tracking with the people there? How do you have?
I do crazy stuff. I do so many stuff where I can go and there's 5 clans of Sand people in Botswana.
Uh-huh.
So I select which clan I'm going to take the guests to.
Yes.
Then we can go, they can do trance dance, then we can do walking
Yeah.
with the sand. They can
Yeah.
dig out for plants, some tubers to show them how to find water, to able to dig out for like some fruits and other
Yes.
stuff underneath, and you know, collect the berries, all that you can do.
Yes.
Then some tribes like in the northern Botswana, I'm doing festivals where the guests are coming, and I don't only focus on the Sand people. I bring other tribes that live around the delta. I bring the Hambugushut, I bring the Yei, I bring the Sand people. I was making a festival where like 300 to 400 people gathered.
Wow.
Communities were gathered, where all the benefits from the tourists were going to them.
That's very, very good.
You know, I was slaughtering a cow, they were eating, and all the people were coming to do a proper performance where the guest was not sitting there as a guest. We were part of the whole show.
Yes, that's incredible.
So this is where we say giving back to the community. They appreciate in tourism. Tourism is not just flying to the camps and flying out and you think you know the culture or you know Botswana. That is not enough.
It's true.
That's not the way we live. That's not the way we live. That's Western life.
Yes.
The service there you see as the fanciness, that's the
Yeah,
Western life.
yes.
We are not eating those like starters and dessert you guys are having out there. You know, our people are living on the thatched house. You know, people are still farmers with oxen, all that. You need to appreciate that.
Yeah.
You know, you have to go and appreciate that. You know, and the kids are still going barefoot to school.
Yes.
You know, while we are having some camps which can like you're paying about $3,000 per night, well we have the whole village going barefoot to school for 7 years. 7 years from grade 1 to standard 7, I went barefoot to school. I'm an example.
Yes.
Barefoot to school for 7 years in a hard winter
Yeah.
on a shed. There were companies here. You know, I want to be beyond that.
Yeah.
You know, this world, this nature belongs to us. To Botswana, you see, to the locals, to the people who live around nature,
Yeah.
you know. For example, I did a walk for rhinos in 2017.
Uh-huh.
And the reason why I did that walk, I was so angry to these organizations who thought you don't want to tell people about where the rhinos are because the communities are going to poach or something like that.
Yeah.
How on earth you will take rhinos and put into a community concession, and then you don't tell the owners of the land that you have put rhinos here?
Yeah, that's.
Or I've put an elephant here. How on earth can I go and do that in your house where I bring an extra visitor, I'm renting to a house without you knowing?
Exactly.
I should be able to know all the changes.
Yes.
So that I can have ownership of what you have put there. One of the reasons why we failed. And I thought, this is not right. You are not respecting people. This whole idea of reintroducing rhino is going to fail because you are not bringing in the people to have ownership of their land.
Yeah.
You know, the ownership of their animals. You're disrespecting them. As well as these animals are territorial animals. These animals, they walk, they move.
Yeah.
What happens if a farmer,
they're gonna
if the
move
community,
to another concession.
if then I come across that, should I tell you or not tell you? Because you didn't tell me. Why should I tell you that I saw it? And another thing is that it's a new animal which you have introduced, though they've existed within this area in Botswana. It's a new animal to the area.
Yes.
With lots of people, even the others haven't seen them. You have to go and teach them the warning signs.
Yeah.
You know, of those animals, you know, how the tracks look like, so they can able to help you. Then I said, I'm going to do work for rhinos. I'm going to go around to educate my people. I went 470 kilometers, I walked 470 kilometers across the delta.
Wow.
All the way around, and I was having meetings in every village.
How beautiful is that?
Educating, and there were like 200, 300 people were crowding. We give them, I was bringing those conservation groups like this. This is the moment where you need to educate people. You have to tell them as well as the consequences. That if you are caught with a rhino horn, what happens? You don't want to come and arrest them.
You need to educate them.
Yeah, you need to educate them.
Definitely.
That year, there was no rhino was pushed. No rhino was killed. Even some of the conservation groups, they came to me and they said, well done, done. And we stopped that, and no one supported that. They got hit.
The next thing,
They got hit very badly. And I'm going to do it again. I'm thinking of doing it this year.
That is so
Give back
nice.
the ownership to the people.
Yes.
Respect the people who live with nature.
Exactly.
So many safari companies, how many of the Botswana own these companies?
Yes. Yeah, well,
How much of the money is going out of the country?
Yes.
Though I respect to have an investor, those people, guys, like you're investing a lot into this country, I respect that. But make sure that what you are trying to achieve as well, it goes back. Not everything's going out.
Yes.
You know, so we also need development. You know, I'm also well sitting on the board of trust, so I can help the people that they benefit.
Yes.
So I'm an example that, you know what, where Botswana, Motswana owned company, a bushman owned maybe one or two of the companies. A bushman owned the company.
Yes.
Where I want to see, if my child is doing well, I want to see a bushman child is doing well. Because we live in extended families.
Yeah.
Sane Nature is not supporting only my family. Sane Nature is supporting over 100 people in Gudigwa. Sane Nature is supporting other tribes as well. That's the idea behind it, because you have to have the heart. I'm not looking at flying a jet. Yeah? One day, if you have it's grown up,
that is so incredible.
So I think
what you are doing is absolutely incredible. Because you are not thinking only about yourself. You are embracing your culture and your people and the country of Botswana as well.
We are a tribe that shares. We share whatever we have. You know, we tribe where in the olden days when our parents went to hunt, they share every piece of that springbok or that impala with the other family that wasn't successful. They either give them a leg or even a heart or a liver or that.
Yes.
We share so that the animal is not wasted.
Exactly, yeah.
There's no sharing, you know, become a rich man by yourself. And greediness of
lessons to be learned for all of us, because it's it's important to share and stick together, help each other.
Yeah. But let me just talk about what
so
is
I
Sene
think
Nature.
they know a little bit of who
Yeah.
Kane is, and I mean, how much you're gonna do. I can see you're gonna do so much more moving forward. I mean, you're gonna accomplish incredible things, and wow.
Yeah, I'm as well I'm doing some documentaries now.
Yes, let's
yeah.
talk about that.
But I'm not going to talk in depth with it.
Okay.
No, because you have to come. I'm
Yes.
doing some documentaries,
You-
but I'll talk about the ones I've done already, like
Yes.
working with elephants. I did with Leveson Wood. It was like showcasing elephants and like elephant protection, covering different areas and showing the beauty of nature to the
Yeah.
world.
Yes.
So people should come at the same time market in Botswana. And I did working with lions with him again in Namibia, where we went around seeing the desert lions and desert rhinos and the beautiful Namibian landscape, those desert landscapes, and seeing all those paintings from the Sand Bushmen. You know, so the Stone Age, all those beautiful paintings.
Because this is an interesting thing, right? The Namibian, I mean, the board, I mean, there are so many Bushmen, also villages,
Yeah.
both sides of Botswana and
Yes.
Namibia. And also Tsojilo Hills, if you see the rock paintings and
Yes.
everything,
Yes.
and how they used to even walk through the Okavango. And I mean, it's because we don't walk, but I mean, if we started only walking, you can basically walk all the way from Namibia coast to the Okavango.
Yeah, definitely you can. It's easily. The signs, all those paintings you have situated, like Tsodilo, like the Savuti, Speech Couple in Namibia.
Yes.
All those places were like the marking points
Yeah.
for Bushmen. Like they were like, if we're going to a certain route, you go to a hill or
Yeah.
a rock of that. That's either you know that you'll be 2 days to reach or 3 days to reach to your next destination. And there they'll sign and draw some
Yeah.
animal post, and they'll show you what animals they've encountered, seen through
Yeah.
their walks. All that is stories.
You know,
they've
one of my, not dreams, but I've been to Tsojilo a few times. I love that area. And I always think like maybe one day you could do like a trip with people, like an expedition, that you would walk with the people like the same route that the Bushmen used to do, you know, from maybe just Tsojilo to the Okavango, to the
Yes.
Panhandle, like something like that. And I think people will learn and realize like some amazing
Yes, I do some trips already there where I go to Chorilo, not only to see rock paintings. It's a very spiritual place. And, you know, I take people, we appreciate the paintings, we do different trails there, we go up the hills,
Yeah.
and you put yourself like that bushman who used to live there,
Yeah.
and what they were saying. You know, if you stand on certain cliffs, you get able to memorize
the view from that
Yeah.
place, guys. I mean, Botswana have lots of places that most people never been to, and Tsojilo Hills is a phenomenal place.
It has over 400,000 paintings in Portuguese. There's so many paintings
It's
there,
incredible, yeah.
and yeah, I really like that place. And yeah, so just to
So then you want to talk briefly about also you're talking about the documentary. So you did the elephant.
this new one, I'm not going to say anything
Yes.
about it until it comes out.
Yes.
But I think it's the biggest I've done, and a lot of it is also same knowledge and experience, our interaction and relationship with nature.
Yes.
You know, it talks about that, how we read nature, how we read the air, our understanding of nature, essentially, a lot of it, and the changes we've gone through to up to today. You know, the challenges we also face up to now.
Yes.
So it talks a lot about that.
That's
you know?
very
Yeah.
nice. So guys, keep, just I will let you know when it comes.
Yeah, I think there will be a serious promotions through
Yes,
some
I'm
dates
sure,
if you
yeah.
follow her page and follow my page as well, so
Yes.
you can able to see.
You're gonna see. Yeah. That's
when it's-
gonna be incredible
Yeah.
documentary. Very.
But anyway, just to talk about the scenic nature itself, just maybe
Yes.
the safari park. Zen and Nature, it is a mobile safari company operating from the very bright areas of and we are more focused on experience where we bring in the experience of the guides. We are fencing to the guides, the style we guide on. All our guides are taught to and they, I would say, hardcore type of guide with an excellent service. And Zen and Nature is a luxury mobile safari, not like it's a luxury mobile safari. I have a camp that goes ahead to set up a camp. My tents are issued. Nice double bed, there's twin beds, there's toilet and bathroom, bucket shower there, with a closet inside. So it's a proper, nice, comfortable room where it's very safe. You don't have to come out for bathroom.
Yes.
You stay inside at night. The shelves are top. You know, these are the shelves. Some have stole them from the camp as well. And some I'm training them to be excellent chefs. They can provide good waiters. That's the camp. But my guys, when my guests, they don't do participatory.
Yes.
When they don't help setting up the camp, you'll find a already complete camp, and my staff will be ready for you.
Yeah.
And you day one, you go to camp or another guide who's been allocated. You go on day one, full on camp drive until the last day. We educate you, we train you, we can do lectures on safaris as well if you want. And we are, we cater, we guide people from any source. Families, we are very good with families, people with special interest, photographers.
Do you have any minimum age?
No, I don't do minimum age.
See, because he knows the bush is not scared.
I don't do minimum age. I saw my first lion on my back of my mother. Why should I deny other child to experience that?
That is incredible.
My first lion I saw on the back of my mother, and I have to create a minimum age. You know, I just have to tell you that for us, Zen and Nature, we run private safari, mobile safari. If you book, it's only you.
Yeah.
So if you come with your family to us, it's only you.
I would like to. There is a very interesting story. You correct me because I'm actually curious now. Let's find out if that's true. So when I go home and to the big cities there, and then I tell people my stories, the little that I know. But I say to them when their children is crying, I say to them, you know that the San people in Botswana, the children, they don't cry. You know why? And then they say, why? And I said, well, because they are, their parents teach them that if they cry, they attract predators. So you mustn't cry. It's going to attract the hyenas, the lions. So you must be quiet.
It's true.
Is it true, right?
It is true.
So that's, I love
true.
that. And to educate the children that are so spoiled and, always crying to...
It is true. Our parents used to get meat from predators and from lions. They'll go and chase down lions off from a kill, and they cut off the meat from a lion. And just to go and, let me tell you folks, it's not easy to go and chase off a lion, to cut meat from a lion kill. It's not an easy thing.
Wow.
I'm telling you, you have a brown pants,
Imagine that.
Yeah, it's not an easy thing. You have to have a heart of a lion to be able to stand on a charging lion which is going to protect his kill. It's not an easy thing. But just imagine a mother carrying a baby with a father running towards his lions with the aim that is going to push the lion off from the kill. And of course, you were told that you have to be quiet. If you cry, you are going to attract the lions. And as well, if the lions don't let us get the meal, you are not going to eat. You'll be hungry. And we all die if we are hungry. So you have to be quiet. And I sit there, you know, I see the lion coming, charging backward, the parents fighting until the lion backs off, they cut me. And they'll pet on it. With a smile, with the tears up, will still smile.
So if you have your child that is crying too much, we know what to do. Just come here. He will never cry again, right?
Yeah, so...
I mean, not for crying for
yeah.
no reason. I mean, if you are hurting, you cry.
Yeah, you can do. But the whole point is that what I'm trying to make is that I don't give age limits
yes,
to my safaris.
That's a very, very nice information. That
I'll just ask parents that, you know, let's all, nature needs us to be quiet at certain times.
Yes.
When there's a moment, we should pay respect to that moment. Because if we don't, then we will much aggressive or the animal will run away. If the kids are much noisier in the bush, the animals are going to run away, or that will encourage the animal to charge or to attack.
Yeah.
So we just need to teach the kids to be much like respectful and listen and get instruction at an early stage. So my kids, they mature early, you know, because we give them the full responsibility to be responsible at a younger age. Yeah. So you can bring all kind of kids, your family on safari with us. Yeah. As long as you and me and my team there will be responsible to look after the child.
Yeah.
Eventually, the animals will as well help us too. You know, the child is screaming, the elephant,
exactly right. He's gonna be quiet. As that elephant charges, he's gonna be like, in shock.
Yeah, but the other thing I wanted to say, our safaris are tailor-made. We don't have a planned route.
Yes.
We have a tailor-made safaris. We have an idea of itineraries. We don't set dates.
Yeah.
You know, because we do safaris in any seasons. And there's one we call Predator Trail. If you want to see lions until you fall down, we put you on that trip. It's called Predator Trail, where you see we target different predators. Lions, leopards, cheetah.
Which area is that one?
I'll do moremi, I'll do Mababe, Saputi, and the normal route there. But our targeted tracking is more different.
Yes.
We are more tuned into the tracks, tuned to the sounds, in the connection, and we start finding this animal.
Yeah. And
the other one we'll be doing is it's called Green Season Safari. Like now, when there's much more greener, and I know some of the companies, they hate this time because they think it's more difficult. This is the best moment where things are green. You know, there's baby animals now, there's life, there's flowers there now.
So much life.
There's so much life. So we have
colors. I mean, look at the colors.
The sunset this time, if you have a nice sunset and
stunning,
it will reflect into the clouds, you will have the best moment.
It's beautiful. I totally agree.
We run safaris called Green Season Photo Safari. If you want to have a beautiful shot, you don't have to have those fancy camera. Just bring a nice iPhone.
It's true.
Yeah. So we can teach you how to capture those moments.
Yeah.
And then it's a mix of everything. Natural beauty, you know, those zebra, those giraffes, and all that, baby animals and so on. We have another trip we call Kuduga Exposure, Cultural Exposure Trip. This is where, like, if you want to see culture, uniqueness of different cultures, because I am going to pull up in different groups, like the 30s and 20s, and make them to come together. And we make a festival, either for 3 days, where we become part of the show. We are missing these things from in the camp. You have maybe 5 or 10 staff singing for you in the camp. Oh, that's not the way we sing. You know, that's not the way we sing. We sing properly in the village where you feel the vibe.
I like it. And you know, for me, I mean, most of my clients, like I mentioned to you, they are from South America. They are Brazilians, but I also have clients from everywhere. I mean, you guys are all, if you want to come on safari here, everybody is. Clients welcome. But the Brazilian people, they want to see culture. I've seen it, you know, even people on a mobile, they one day this family, they went on a mobile, it was New Year's, and they told the guide, I want you to sit and have supper with all of your staff.
Yes.
Just everybody.
Yeah.
And then they were like, really? Yes. So the Brazilian people are very much, they really, I think, will appreciate, and they love to see the culture, because it's a similar thing. We appreciate that as well. And I think
it's a beautiful thing, you know. We take you around the village, we do the village tours, you can play with the kids and all that, you know.
It's a very, very cool trip there.
So we do wild walks, safaris. For those guys, if you are keen to safaris, if you want to track some lions and get closer to elephants on foot, I am the man.
Yo, you guys.
I am the man. You know, so
do you have any encounter, like, well, of course you have many, but I mean, any interesting that you would like to share, either with the, I don't know, isn't a leopard the worst encounter you have ever had?
I'm gonna show you from my leg, but you know what? So
because people say leopard is the, I mean, buffalo of it, but they say that there is a saying, if any wildlife run towards you, you need to hold your ground, except for the buffalo. And leopard also is a big thing.
Yeah, you know, everything charged me. Like I said, you know, I'm also a wild kid. At the same time, you need to read different charges and respond to those charges in a different way. So buffalo charged me. You know, we went up on the tree so many times when I was growing up. On the vehicle recently, I got so many charges where you have to drive away this close for a buffalo to hit the car. And that time I've already read, and I was like started my car as one of elephants. And every year we have some charges. Every year with elephants. You know, elephants nearly. There was one moment I had in one of the camps where it was terrible, and I was going to the kitchen in the dark from a game ride. I was holding a club, which means that I was focused on the club, but it was much heavier. I was taking the stairs. So there was one elephant that was much, you know, it was crazy. But we used to chase people and trying to attack people, and he was there. He already spotted me. No one has told me about him, that he's around. As I got closer from this tree, he came to me. And I realized when he was here, then I dropped the clubbers. You know, what I did is like not last time. So it was coming, I went opposite.
So because it takes time for him to...
Yes, I went opposite. He turned around and he was like, he was chasing me. But now it's in the dark, in the dark, and I couldn't see a stump, a tree stump. I hit on the tree stump. I hit on the tree stump. I was wearing a new, like kind of a new trouser, cotton one. The trousers are torn. The impact of me hitting the tree, the trousers are just torn. I fell off there, and the elephant was on top of me. Then he was like, I was down, he was standing, trying to look. He couldn't see where I was.
Oh shit!
So I fell, he couldn't see where I was. So he was standing there looking, and I was like lying there quietly. Then he walked off.
You see, guys, quiet.
Yeah, I was lying there quietly, no screaming on the serious pain. He walked off. I could still see him there standing there. And it's at the dark. No one's seen this interaction happening. No one's seen this situation, this moment, and trying to move my leg. No. There's something happening to my leg. I touched the top of my trouser. I felt it was wet, blood, and I felt, tried to smell, it's blood, and okay, so am I broken or what? My leg is broken, no? So I'm trying to move my leg, the leg moves. That's good news.
That's a good sign.
That's a good sign. My leg is moving, then eventually the leg starts swelling. So he was standing there, and I quietly crawled away.
So that he doesn't see you.
Yes, I crawled away. Yeah, I was trying to stand up, Tuka, correct. Try to stand up. I able to stand and then I will just walk to the kitchen. The toilet guy. Yeah, just taking it slow. So, but that's what for me, moments like that, I like it. I don't know, it's terrible. I didn't die. I live in the bush. It's something which I have to.
Yeah.
What did I learn from
Yeah,
that month?
that's true.
Yeah.
What did I learn? Yeah.
Yeah, I could have shined the torch.
Because when it's dark, I mean, that's not easy.
It's very important for you to bring your flashlight
Yes, very good quality.
and very good quality flashlight for you to be able to shine around and do not carry a lot of things. But as guides, we are in the bush, I want to
Exactly.
do a lot in once, And if that happens, then I still have to use my skills or being quiet there to save myself, to able to dodge that elephant. So that if I was running straight, he could have caught me. But I went around, that gave him a chance to turn around and chase. So that's how I saved myself.
Yeah.
So lions are good. That's why with lions. There's a couple of types of lions.
Share
I still-
one story with us. Oh, I'm so curious. Those guys, those are the best. I keep on saying to people, sometimes I say, no, I'm not going to tell you anymore because you need to come here around the fireplace, and those are the stories that is going to keep you alive, and you'll never forget any of those because
Even
maybe only one of the lion.
yeah, so many, because I don't want to scare you.
Yes,
That
exactly.
this is not a danger zone where you come to die.
No.
In nature, you come to experience and have fun.
Yes.
But you remember,
And listen to you guys,
yeah,
obviously.
this is a wild animal zone, so things can go wrong. As same as like in a town, like be hit by a car.
Exactly.
So you have to be prepared for this moment. But thank God you have a wonderful person here. He can tell you the right way to do.
That's true.
Okay, and what happened is, which story I should tell?
The lion.
So many. I'm just
What
counting.
happened?
I'll go for lion, but
Lion.
I've had so many attacks, so I'll go for. Okay, I took the guests to the camp, to the tents. I took the staff as the guide. You are the last one to close in some of the camps. So now I've taken the staff to the staff village. I came back. Now I'm going to my tent. There was a lioness there around the camp. She had her cubs closer to the camp. So her hunting area was around the camp. So she saw me coming. She was closer to my tent. She saw me coming and she was crouching down, getting ready for me. I didn't see her because she long picked me. And I only noticed that she's around. I only saw her, my tent was like 5 meters. 5 meters, and she was between my tent and almost like I would say, it's 5 meters from me to the entrance of my house.
Okay.
And she was like next to me. That's when I realized that she's there. Because I'm shiny and I can feel like I'm getting like goosebumps.
You're getting your instinct,
Yeah.
you knew something.
Yeah, something, and I shined around and she was ready to strike, to jump. And the flashlight made her to come down. She was like there, and the torch straight into her eyes, and she was. Okay, then this is the moment I have to think so quickly. This is the best decision I've ever made in my life. The quickest decision I've ever made in my life, even quicker than marrying my wife.
Oh my goodness.
I have to make a decision to either back off. I have to walk back off so that I can get to the workshop where the cars are. Or I have to be bold enough to walk past her to open my tent.
Not run to your tent.
Not to run, walk. So I think I have two options, whether to walk back or to, then the dangers come. If I walk back, what will happen? She's going to come for me. She knows that I'm retreating. And she knows that she knows that distance, that I'm trying to get her back to the workshop for me to jump into the car.
Yeah.
So she would attack me halfway to get me before I get to the car. So my next point is that my nearest was my house, but I'm going to walk past it. I'm going to walk past her. Then what happened? Then what will happen is that because she's still thinking that she hasn't made that decision because I've surprised her with the light. She's still at the surprise mode. But if I back off, she's going to have a second thought.
Yes.
She'll come for me. I want to surprise. I want to leave her while still lying there and not thinking, and I open my house. I think I'm getting that. I've made a decision to walk past her. I'm going to walk past her. So, strong man.
Strong man, courage. Huh?
I'm going past her.
I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah.
I have what
I
it
went
takes.
straight. She was there. Walked like
Oh
here.
my
Walked past here. The fastest I've ever closed the house.
Oh.
My house was like.
And she was there.
She was there, and she watching her from the window, and she messed up, and she walked.
You
off.
didn't have any stick, nothing.
Nothing. Only a flashlight.
Do you think if you have like when people go like walking with a stick or something, can actually help you defend yourself or not?
She's ready to strike. You don't want to stand there and trying to fight with her because
No.
she's already on the fighting mode.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
So now you are reading behavior.
Yeah.
And you are calculating every movement and behaviors and what she's thinking and using that technique. That before she tunes in to be into a full hunting
Yes.
mode and decide on to jump on you, you have already made another decision. This is a proper reading of an animal
Exactly.
behavior.
That
This
was-
is not for a junior guide. Eh?
no ways. No ways. Yeah.
This is not something we can teach, you know. This is not. It's a gift.
Yeah, it's a
It's
gift.
It's a gift. It's a boldness and as well. Able to read. Now I'm reading the animal behavior.
Yeah.
That's almost about to kill me. And my distance.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm calculating every moment of my distance. And the next level, what's going to happen? If I backed off, I'll be a dead man. I won't be sitting here telling you the story. But I made it so easy. Walking past her like there's nothing. You want to hear an elephant one? The elephant one is that one I told you is I have a second one that's interesting with guests.
Go for it. Let's do it. Scary.
Let me tell you the one with the guests.
Goodness.
I was in one of the camps, and I was the only qualified walking guide in that camp. So whenever I plan for a walking safaris with my guests, the other guys send me, oh, my guests will go for a walk. So that morning, 4 of my guests wanted to go on a walk, and I had other 4 to join me. So I have 8 guests,
It's a lot, huh?
and but it's a fair
But
number.
for you, it's fine.
Yeah, for 8 it's a good fair number. 8, I would say it's more kind of maximum
Yeah.
for me. I can do it 12 as well as 2. I mean 10 if I have another backup guide.
Yeah.
So, but I had a backup guide. So I went. There was a trainer guide. I went and asked him to join me. Went on a walk. So I was trying to demonstrate something. This elephant walks so quietly.
It is.
They walk so quietly. We scanned the area around. There was nothing. So quiet. And I was like bending up, trying to set up a trap to show them how we used to do that, like certain traps for birds and like when we were growing up. We had a small twig breaking. We turned around, a head of elephants were like,
I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
very close to us. And one of the elephants, both me and the backup guide, we know her. She just overturned a car 2 weeks ago. She just hit a car 2 weeks ago. We know her, how she looks, even her tusks. I heard the guy say, she's there. That's what he told me. She's there. Okay, one tree. We had one tree. I think the tree was there, that side. With the tree there. 8 guests,
8 guests.
2 guides.
Probably already weaning the pants or
Yeah,
something.
so we are 10. And then the rest of the elephants went past. That crazy one came straight to us. It's called silent full charge. Folks, it's called silent full charge. When the elephant is not running towards you, it's coming quietly towards you, but made a decision that I'm going to kill these people. She's walking intentionally.
Ears open or doesn't? Or
Ears
doesn't
slightly,
matter?
little bit back, little bit back. Yeah,
Okay.
little bit back coming. And she got closer. As she comes closer, her baby was behind her. Then what I did, I started taking people around the tree. I was lining up guests around the tree. 8 guests, huh?
Yes.
They went around the whole tree. The whole,
wow.
It was me and my guy who back up, who was just standing in front. The whole guests went around the tree.
Yes.
As you got closer to us, we had a rifle. I had a 4.58. What should I do? They're still thinking.
Again,
as
you need to make a decision.
I'm still calculating. I'm putting this guest around
Get the guest safe
at a
first,
calm mode, as if I don't see danger there. I've already picked that this is a full charge. We're going to go into a war here. I don't want anyone to panic. I'm calming the situation down as if there's no danger with the calm. As you get closer, the guy got panicked as well. My backup. He handed the rifle to me. Like I was just giving. He was holding on the rifle when I was digging. We had a rifle and an axe. I had like a traditional axe, which I was cutting small branches of twigs. So he said to me, "Get the rifle, get the rifle." So I got the rifle with one hand. As she's like 3 meters, you can see her eyes like turning like that. So I hand him the rifle. I've already made my plan. I've already calculated the whole head, what she's going to do. I've already planned my escape route, how I'm going to escape with the whole team there. Within that moment when I was putting people there, I'm planning, calculated. I put that axe, the rifle back to him. I picked up an axe. I'm telling you, I immediately became a warrior. From an easy guy, I was like putting people there, and when my moment came, I became a warrior. I picked one thing. She's in the full aggressive mode. Full charge. She hasn't thought I can do something back to her. And I picked up that moment, and I don't want to kill her, because if I start shooting, because they're too close, I'm not going to shoot one elephant. I'm going to shoot about 4 to 5 elephants.
That's the thing.
When I start shooting them, I have to shoot them, because they are going to fight, and I have to drop them. I don't want that. I don't want to go for that. I had a second one. Picked up my axe. I jumped in front. 3 meters she was, and I jumped in front, and I was like, almost I can touch her in the face.
Okay.
I chopped her with the axe. I'm telling you, I just jumped. With the sharp point of the axe on the face. As soon as the blade of the axe went into her face, I shouted and I swore and I said all sorts of words to her. The impact of the axe, the pain, and the noise I was creating, and she turned back and ran. Turned and ran. I said, let's move, let's move, let's move, let's move, let's move. That is the moment I wanted her to do. I knew that she's going to do that. There was a tarmac mound behind for escape route. One guest fell down from the screen.
Shame.
She fell down. The scream was so heavy that one guest fell. And I said, let's move, let's move, let's move, let's move. I said, push, go back, man, go. Now I'm holding on my rifle. I know she's coming back. Go, go, go,
You
go.
know she's coming back.
Yeah, now she's going. Now it's going to be a proper fight. Now the guest is telling me that she cannot walk. Push there, come on. You know? Sorry, guys. So in that when that moment
must walk
happens,
now,
yeah, when that moment I have few seconds. I'm not going to answer your questions and so.
No, you
You
must
know?
move.
You must move. I don't have chances. I say jump, you jump. You don't tell me how high. Just jump. And she started. Because the whole she was in the shock.
She was shocked.
With
Yeah.
everything's frozen.
Yes.
I pushed her. Started walking.
It's a survival. You
Yeah.
have. If you don't move,
She didn't even realize I pushed her. At the end. She didn't realize that. But we got there. They came back. But now we've gone to the first escape route. And when we got there, I said, let's go to the next escape route. When they came back, she broke that. She took that axe from her face.
the axe went in.
He
there.
went in, took the axe off. She broke the axe. He went into her mouth and broke the handle of the axe.
Oh my.
Through that, she came back. The
goodness.
whole head came back where we were, and thrashed the bushes there. Thrashed the bushes as if we were there.
Like angry.
And crushed and whatever the trapper was trying to make,
Oh
it
my
took it, throw it away,
goodness.
taking, trying to look for us, chasing us, trying to find us where we were. So I was in the second escape route. After all, I guess pretty much good guide, you know. I wonder, hey, that's not good guide. That's an experience. Good guide is one of those moments I'll say to my life, I'll never want to repeat that in my life. Because it's a situation that works once.
Yeah.
You know, it
Yeah.
will only work once. If that woman delayed there, and they came, I have to shoot. And either because the whole head was coming, they're going to kill us.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if we were slow to the escape route and they saw us walking before to the first escape route, they were going to attack us there.
Yeah. They come. Yeah.
That is the day I say to myself, you know what, I'm a better guide. Eh? Because my decision were like top. They
Yeah.
saved me, saved my guests. They calmed the situation. It looked
Yeah.
so easy where people are. I said, I'll never repeat that.
And I mean, she got a bit hurt, but she's not gonna die.
Yeah,
she
there's
will
nothing.
Be fine.
Yeah. It's just
And
a
you
skin.
save 10 people's life.
Yeah, 10 people's life. I saved the whole head because she's the matriarch.
Yes.
You know, I had the 458 Winchester Magnum.
didn't
So I'll
shoot
just
her?
drop her one bullet. So I don't want that. Then like the whole head is going to be in shock. So I think it was a right decision. It was a
Yes.
bold decision.
Yes.
It's the
definitely.
decision of someone who loves animals, you know, and cares for his people too. Okay, then what else I can talk
Wow.
about? That's this part. Then I also talk about the
Oh my
safari.
goodness, yeah.
I do walking safaris where
Yeah.
a team of walkers come and we do proper walking, not like 2 hours, proper walking safaris. We either do backpacking walking, where we get dropped out in the bush, and we only get resupplies after a few days. We stay in a couple of tents, or we do a proper luxury kind of walking where we have a fixed camp and
Yes.
we walk out of
We
there
keep
and come back.
walking,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I do those kind of stuff, but this is a proper way we track, we get closer to animals and all that. It's a proper walking safaris, and you know, I do like the Okavango, Okavango, where we can boat from the top end of Okavango all the way to the middle of the Okavango or to the end of Okavango. We do those kind of safaris, and yeah. So I have
It's
all
like
sorts of-
if you guys are prepared and ready for a real real experience. Like it's almost like I like to often when I'm having chats to people. A lot of the people involved in the safari industry, they are previous generation. They were hunters, and when people used to come on safari not so long ago, right, 30 years ago, before the photographic safaris, the experience was actually walking and tracking animals. Obviously, they're going to shoot them, but what they can do with you is pretty much that same experience, but not shooting anything. So they're going to really your heart is going to pump. I mean, you're going to feel. It's a real adventure. I mean, you need to have what it takes to do that, of course. But if you are really looking for a safari where I mean, you're going to experience things that what they experience here, you know, the Sand people, by living with nature, and then that's, you must come and do this because it's a unique like experience they will never have anywhere else.
Yeah, another thing I'd like to maybe warn people is the kind of safari we're doing are more advanced, is authentic experience, unique experience, not done by everyone. And this kind of safaris, because it involves lots of experienced people on the field, it's not cheap, to be honest. It's not cheap, but it's not near camps. Exactly. It's not cheap, but it's not near camps because it's more experience based. You go back getting the right experience with the right people, you'll be safe as well.
That's it.
It's not, our safaris are not the way, cheaper version, now let me go and do a mobile safari, cheaper. No. Then you are coming to do a true experience.
Exactly,
So, but other than that, you walk away with the brilliant knowledge, and I have repeat clients. Some I've had 10 times, 15 times, and you know, as soon as you land on this hand, so you have to go and sell your house.
I get it. Because they you know, they are gonna learn so much. You know, they get back to their homes, whatever they are, and then they were like, wow, my life is so boring, I want to go back. Because there is something to do with this adrenaline of feeling fear. It's almost like when you feel this fear and then this emotions, you feel alive at the same time. It's this feeling of being alive. So it's a weird thing because you when you get back to a life that you have not much fear, like, or you it's almost like something is missing in your life because you need to feel alive, and that fear and all of this worries, it gives you at the same time that, like, you know, feeling, and that it's so important to feel alive.
Yeah, it's true. We run few safaris in a year. We have only 3 guides, and if the guides are fully booked, you have to wait for the next season.
That's it.
So, which means this tells you that you have to book way in advance. We are in a high demand. Everyone wants us. We are into documentaries. We as well as do other projects. We do community projects where we volunteer our time to go and help to our peoples as well. So our schedule is very busy. So if you book yourself way in advance, anywhere like 4 months, 6 months to a year, it will help you for me to be able to guide you, or one of my colleagues able to guide you. And because we only want to take you to the best places, we don't want to take you to the second best places. So if you help way in advance, if you book well way in advance, it will help us plan and get the right sites, the right lodge, or the right location while on time.
Exactly. Very exciting. Very. I mean,
The other thing I also do is that not some people I know that you guys are Europeans and Americans, and so you like fanciness and you like your copper bath and so, and it's good that way. I respect that, and you can still as well book me to join you on your private safaris, where I will guide you into those lodges.
Good.
So I do that. I'm a private guide as well, so I can take you and to go and guide you into those camps.
Yes, I think that's a very, very good option as well. Very. I mean, you would, if you would have with Kanye, you would have good food, you have good drinks, you experience a lot. But it's true. Some people are looking for a nice swimming pool, a nice decking tent with luxury. So if you still want him to guide you on those places, is also possible, because the main thing on safari is to have a good guide. I mean, that is for sure. With a good guide, you would have a totally different experience. I mean, It's important because there is so much to see, so much to learn, that if you go through a safari and you just passing through and not really learning, and then you basically,
Yeah, that's good. That's what I do. I'm a private guide, and I also guide from a company. But you have an advantage that if you go from a company, then I don't charge you for guiding fee. So that's the other benefit you can get from me. But if you take me to other camps, then of course I'll go and guide them. I know lots of concessions here, and I go to any country to be able to guide you. But then you have to cover my cost and so.
Exactly,
But I'll be there. Take me to any bush, I'll function. Yeah, I will function.
So what a beautiful chat we had. I mean, so much, and you have so much experience and stories to share. That is incredible. And
Thank you, Janaina. It's an opportunity for me to be able to share and to educate the world, to make people get excited, and we have to be all involved to protect this planet. So we need you folks, we need people like you, Janaina, and people like me. We all have to join hands so that, there's lots of global warming happening. There's lots of rhino poaching happening. So the more we know and we can be able to spread that, rhino horn doesn't create cancer. If you can educate people like this kind of ways, and it will help protect rhinos and protect the environment, cutting down of trees and lion bone things these days.
Medicines. They wanted to use
so all these things, if we have to educate people, it doesn't work. It doesn't work for here in Africa with us. How can it go and work in Europe and other countries? Doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense. That is absolutely.
They say that. I don't want you guys to hear this. This is wonderful. The best cure for cancer, the best cure for cancer is the poacher's testicles.
I love that. That is. I hope that they didn't hear that. If you're curious about that one, you better come here and then we're going to share with you.
Yeah, definitely have to come here and hear that. I will ask her to cut that thing off.
Exactly.
That part, otherwise no.
Guys, we love Botswana. Botswana is a phenomenal country. And we are waiting for you and for you to, to be able to experience, from Kane experience. Your life is going to change. I have no question. It's important for us. I keep on saying to people, we need to learn about nature. That's the only way we are going to be able to respect, to live with nature. Because when you learn, and then you are like, why would you throw a rubbish on the ground? Why would you pollute the rivers? Why would you? Because you know the value of everything. So it's very, very important that we as we learn, we respect, we protect, and it's the only way, to live at peace with this beautiful planet.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, because this guy is busy, and because now he's not so busy because people unfortunately don't like to come here during this beautiful season. I managed to get a little bit of his time because he's very busy, and so thank you, Kane, so much. And more people having questions, and then I will just keep in touch.
No worries. Thank you. We'll stay in touch.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thanks guys for watching, and bye bye from Maun, Botswana.
Thank you. Bye bye from St. Clan.
You know what I forgot? That they would love to hear. Do you want to do a little bit of a bushman?
To tunya e tsakakato e gwaka kyang to tingate.
If you want to learn that language there, and then you better come and be based here for years. It's not easy. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Thank you.